In a reset scenario where the economy resets from the dollar being inflated away, do you think BTC would be popular as a store of value, barter instrument, more or less than metals? Okay, let me just go through that again, just to make sure I understand your question. Okay, so if everything is reset and the economy is reset and the dollar has inflation, do I think Bitcoin is going to be a popular form of storing value? And for bartering, so you put in bartering in there, which is interesting. More so versus gold and silver. So this is, you kind of have two differing schools of thoughts on this. I mean, so you have like the crypto moon boys school of thought, and you have the gold moon boys school of thought, kind of like the Peter Schiff versus the Pomps of the world, in a way. So, I mean, historically speaking, I mean, Bitcoin and metals have been widely used around the world as forms of bartering. I mean, gold, like if we can go as far back in history, and gold has always been used as a way to exchange goods and for anybody with goods, right? So if you have a good or service that you want to offer somebody, gold coins were used, silver coins were used, right? I mean, looking at the U.S. dollar, right? The term even dollar, I believe, means a form of gold, like a measure of gold. And I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but the term dollar itself comes from gold. So before before America left the gold standard, you could go and take your dollar bills. They're really receipts for gold or silver, right? You could take them to let's say like the federal bank or anywhere, give them that receipt, the dollar bills, and on there it was basically like the numbers and everything for the gold, kind of like a barcode, right? And they would give you could actually exchange them for physical gold, for actual precious metals. And same thing with silver, right? And the coins and everything. Then we got off the gold standard and everything kind of, and the rest is history. So because of that, I mean, we already know precious metals were great for bartering. I mean, that's how everything was done before, right? So can crypto surpass that or supplant that? Not in the short term. I mean, people are still dealing with hexadecimal addresses and wallets and everything. I mean, so for example, somebody paid me because went out with lunch with I went out for dinner with some crypto people here in DC, and he paid me back because I covered the dinner. He paid me his part of dinner with DAI, and I was like, oh, cool, you know. He sends me the DAI. Now, because this was somebody I was just meeting for the first time, I didn't want to give them my real Ethereum wallet address. So I just opened up Trust Wallet, made a new Ethereum address, right? Because obviously you guys know, right? I'm Ian Bellina, and when I give somebody my wallet address, that can end up being shared in like a million forums, and people are tracking everything I'm doing. So I'm very cautious with things like this. So because this was somebody that's meeting for the first time, I made a new wallet address, gave it to him. He sent me $20. I was like, okay, cool. You know, I have some DAI. Then a few days later, I'm trying to move the DAI. I was like, oh wow, I can't move the DAI because I don't have any Ether in that new wallet address. So I have to now hop onto some other exchange or platform, send Ether there. But then, because I don't want people to track where this wallet is doing, I have to be cautious and send from like an exchange or some other place where nobody can track that is coming from me. I can't send Ether from I can't send Ether from my normal wallet address that has Ether, because then that defeats the whole point of trying to stay low key. so going through all these gymnastics just to get $20 of DAI that's owed to me, and I'm like, what would the average person have? Would the average person even do this? I mean, because I'm in crypto, and this is a pain, right? Going through all these hoops just to get my $20. So until crypto becomes frictionless, I mean, because the volatility in crypto will not allow it, at least right now, from becoming a means of bartering, right? And I think that's why stablecoins were created. But even stablecoins, they depend on, for example, DAI depends on Ethereum. So I think we really need a stablecoin that can just be by itself. Either that or the wallets should just automatically handle the transaction fee of sending and receiving, right? Because that's what exchanges do, and I think some other wallets might do that. I would have to check into that. But in terms of bartering, that part, it's not going to happen anytime soon, right? Maybe down in the future, maybe 10 years down the road, but crypto is still nascent. It's still young. We're still going through lots of growing pains. It's like the internet in the 1990s. So we're definitely not in the year 2020 where we have TikTok and Instagram and Venmo, right? We're not even in, we're basically in PayPal, like PayPal in early 2000s, maybe late 1990s. We haven't yet achieved Venmo status yet. And then, do you think BTC will be a more popular store of value? Not yet. I mean, right now, even now, I mean, the gold has been around for a long time. Precious metals have been around for a long time. Bitcoin is a new kid on the block. So it's going to take us a long time before we even ever surpass gold. For Bitcoin to become more popular than gold, Bitcoin would have to moon, go past its all-time high, and probably even go to 100,000 or more. Because the gold market cap is, I think, about 10 trillion, give or take. Right? And Bitcoin is not even anywhere close to that. Right? So we definitely have a long way to go. Right? I know we're all in crypto and we all believe crypto is going to the moon. But looking at things today, I mean, Bitcoin still has a long way to go for it to surpass gold and silver and precious metals in general in terms of popularity. I mean, it is possible, obviously, and that's why we're in crypto. But when a reset happens, when the economy crashes, precious metals have kind of already proven their use case. Bitcoin, this would be the first time, right, that Bitcoin would be going through something like this. So it's still very experimental until we can definitively say that, okay, we've gone through the first reset and Bitcoin survived. If it survives, then yes, Bitcoin is going to go to the moon and beyond. But this is all just speculation, right? While precious metals have already survived crashes before. So as a result, I would have to say that probably not likely at the moment.